Thank you, Mr. Chairman, David, members of the board, ladies and gentlemen, and my friends at the FMF. I'm honored to have been asked by David to offer you the remarks at this occasion. It is an important occasion of the reintroduction of the Free Market Foundation here at Northwards House. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, I recall hearing and growing to understand new words. I was born in 1984, so I was young then, and as I'm not presenting to you this as a surprising fact that my vocabulary should have been expanding at the time as it was. What I do appreciate when I think back of hearing those new words, and I can remember them, hearing those new words, what I appreciate from those moments is that those words included terms like canton or canton, and federalisme or federalism, and vrije marktstichting or free market foundation. My parents had read South Africa, The Solution by Leon Lowe and Francis Kendall, and I was a recipient of what cannot but be undeserved privilege, some might say a burden, of several things combining. So one thing, of course, was having parents who used such words, but that did not happen by itself. And if I may offer remarks, it'll be this, that there is a production structure to freedom, that many things need to combine for there, over time, to be things that deliver the foundations to a flourishing society. And these things that combine, one can spend a long time enumerating them and investigating each of them, but I will be brief this evening. But this production structure includes things like tradition. It includes the habits and the things that we don't have to figure out all again right from the start for ourselves, but we can borrow unconsciously from habits that have formed and that we've seen delivered the goods. But sometimes we can also consciously investigate things. Ideas matter, and the Free Market Foundation is an example of something that has developed ideas very consciously, of course borrowing unconsciously, but of course then consciously developing. In this process, this production structure, there are people who lead this. These are the people who fund entities. These are the people who take the initiative of combining into committees and people who suggest to others that initiative must be taken. We could call them leaders or funders or builders. And these people then combine to do something, to set up something durable. Durable things called institutions, durable things we could call, less formally maybe, vehicles. Things that produce, things that serve as the houses, not the structures as beautiful as we have around them, but beautiful in a non or less tangible sense, but nevertheless equally real. Vehicles, institutions that combine these concepts of tradition, of ideas, of leaders and of funders into producing things that then over time lead to young boys and girls over time hearing new words. And somewhere along the line, people taking initiative, redirecting their energies and their resources in other vehicles to complement the momentum built by entities like the Free Market Foundation. So if there is in these short remarks something about state proofing and about scalable solutions to state failure and about power, because power matters and authority matters, then it is that there needs to be a production structure for the achievement of that. And I wish to offer Sakeliga's best well wishes, but even before Sakeliga existed and before I had been at Sakeliga, I was a member of the Free Market Foundation, and I benefited from dinners organized here in Johannesburg, or reading, and in many other ways, as I've briefly said. But it is that I wish the Free Market Foundation, from Sakeliga and my own side, all the best forward. In Afrikaans, there is an expression, kyk noord, buur voort. there are other ways of expressing that as well, but kyk nooit beer voort is the one to be used. May Northwards House serve as an inspiring home to an institution that keeps going in its mission to promote markets and offer sound economic understanding where government intervention and centralization threatens human flourishing. All the best to the Free Market Foundation.